Hi all, good morning. I hope I am audible. I hope I'm audible and visible. So as we had talked of, today's class will start with a test. So quickly let us write down good morning audio video. Kindly confirm the audio video. Koppen scheme. First, second, third order classification with quantitative criteria. That is your test. Draw the table of that. So serial number, then code, then quantitative criteria. This is the first one, quant criteria. Then we have the second categorization and then the third categorization. Done that? Quickly, once it is done, do let me know. Quickly, let's see how many of you remember that without looking at your notebook, whatever you can remember. Kirti says it is done. Deepak, Manish, Vishal, done. So very good. Serial numbers are 5. 5 serial है हमारे पास. Let us see how many of you got it correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First code is A megatherm, B xerophyte, C mesotherm, D microtherm, E hekistotherm. Yes. What is the quant criteria? How many of you remember the quant criteria also? All done. So quant criteria, A was always about 18 degrees. A, he had kept it around 18 degrees. So winterless. All month above 18 degrees Celsius. Winterless, if you want to write. If you want some details, that also will be there. We will be talking about that. But this is the basic one. Anytime if you want marks, you should be getting that. Precipitation is less than, much less than evapotranspiration. When we were in meso we said ki the temperature now will be going down. So coldest month can go less than 18 degrees Celsius. Warmest month will be greater than 10. Get that? And at least there should be 1 month which is greater than this thing. So we are looking at not very cold on this. In this, the coldest month is 10 to 18 degrees. Sorry, not coldest. This time it will be the warmest month. And cold can go this time much colder. So coldest month can go to 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. In some books, you will find -3 to 10 degree Celsius. Yes. And in this, we said warmest month is, and your coldest is much less than 0. Yes. Now, second categorization was AFMWS. FMWS. S was a exception. Summer dry is AW is winter dry is a normal thing. Summer dry is an exception. We said AS is an exception. AS we said for probably Tamil Nadu type, that can be there. For B, we had BW. W means arid and semi-arid. C was FWS. No M because monsoonal effect will not be there. This was also FWS. And E was ET and EF. ET and EF. Third classification, this one did not have anything. This one had this one had hot and cold. And this one had A, B and C. A, B, C, D. These are effects of continentality, how cold and how dry it can be. So that is what we had written in this. और इसमें भी कोई नहीं होता. How many of you remember this? I'm saying the more you, this classification is all about numbers. This classification is all about memorizing. And are there more levels to it? Yes. Is there more mathematics to it? Yes, there is a lot of it, but I am avoiding it. I am avoiding it because I want to keep it to that level only. Is everyone with me on this? Yes. तो ये हुआ क्लासिफिकेशन. इतना याद होना चाहिए. एग्जाम में इसके आगे जाना होगा. वी विल लुक एट दिस. दिस वन शुड बी मेमोराइज. क्लिक कर लो अभी से. एंड जस्ट लाइक रिमेंबर जियोलॉजिकल टाइम स्केल आई मेड यू रिमेंबर मेमोराइज इन द क्लास. ये होना चाहिए. ठीक है. नाउ लेट अस गो टू द बुक्स ऑफ इट. व्हाट आर द बुक्स टॉकिंग अबाउट? बुक्स में चलें. लेट्स ऐड सम मोर थिंग्स टू द क्लासिफिकेशन. So Koppin's classification. So how many classification does he give? ये तो हम बात कर चुके, we've already talked about it. 1900, this classification was inspired by D. Candolle. Then 1918, this is the main classification which you will write in the examination. More weightage was given this time to monthly and annual averages. This time he went for averages and seasonal distribution. Remember, FWMS is about seasonal distribution. Yes? Sir, yesterday's table is helpful in remembering second. अभी पूरा table ही दिखाने वाला हूँ. See, when a teacher would teach all this without making sure that the student has seen the table and memorized it, so the focus of the student at that time goes away from understanding. The focus starts going into, like table. I did not want that to happen. So कल हमने सीधा पहले उस table को याद कर लिया, अब हम उसको समझ भी सकते. 1931, Köppen represented the world map. Very, very important. He made a world map, because what are you doing? You are making climate regions. So he was successful. He was successful in making the climate map. Very, very important thing. Successful in what? Making a world climate map. जो आपने मैप बनाया, imagine you make a table. You tell me that these are the regions in the world, and I go and check them in the world. If they are not happening, isn't that classification something theoretical? Does it happen that scientists are doing something in the lab when they go to the field, because those conditions are not there, so that is not applicable in the real world. So now this is very, very important part of climatic classification of Köppen, that he had a real world correspondence. So whatever he classified, one could go and see in the world whether those regions exist or not. That is a different story that we know. This was reverse engineering. He already had the regions with him. कंडोले का मैप तो था ही ना उसके पास. Yes or no? So he was using the map first and then he came into it. He always had the LHS is equal to RHS with him. He was just fidgeting with the steps in between. So uska map to aayega, but this is what your purpose is. Your purpose is to classify the climates of the world. So if your purpose is to classify the climates of the world, you should be able to make a map. Why am I insisting on this as an important aspect is because the next scholar who will talk about Thornwhite, he was never able to make a map for the world. So if that was not done, tab gadbad hai. So this is one very important. 1931 में उसने ये 18 का classification दिया और 31 में map भी बना दिया. And he said, all my critics, go and check these boundaries. You can see the climatic boundaries overlap with the vegetational boundaries. They are very much there. So 1936, Köppen is working, and by now his chamcha student has also come, Geiger. Yes. So Geiger is his student. ऐसे चमचा नहीं बोलना चाहिए, student ही बोलना चाहिए. But इतना सारा काम करेगा तो किसी से तो नोट्स बनवा रहा होगा ना, तो उसने ज़रूर उससे नोट्स बनवाए होंगे. बैठ के कि नोट्स बनाओ, फिर हम उनका PDF बना के बेचेंगे. So Köppen and Geiger, they published an updated map, yes, at continental level. And in this 1936, I told you they added a category called H. So A, B, C, D, E, and we have a H also. Yes or no? So in the previous class you've written CF in China, but in Savin Singh CW दिया हुआ है. CW कर देंगे, F हटा देंगे. Do not worry. Don't worry. ठीक है. However, a further modified version of this classification was published in 1953, known as Köppen-Geiger pole classification. तो ये posthumously आया था. Did we talk about this? This was a recap of what we had done yesterday. This was the recap of what we had done yesterday. A, B, C, D, E plus F क्या है? F is F की जगह पर H आ जाएगा. H is the mountainous one. Tropical rainy, dry climates. So if somebody is asking you, very short note. Suppose it is a 10 marker. ज़्यादा कुछ पूछता ही नहीं. 10 marker में पूछ लिया. If they ask you a 10 marker question that examine the or analyze Koppin's classification, analyze Koppin's climatic classification. If that sort of a question comes, 10 marks are there, 2 pages are there. If you start explaining everything about Koppen, that 1900, then 18, then that, you won't have time. So you can say broadly, Koppin's classification came in the early 20th century, which he revised subsequently along with his followers like Geiger and Pohl. The main categories are A, B, C, D, E. That's it. Do you get that? I'm telling you what kind of a question is this. But if it is a 30-mark question, if it is a full length question, अब 30 नहीं आ रहा, अब कितना चल रहा है, 10 का आ रहा है, 15 वाले 2 आ रहे हैं, 15, 30, 20 वाला आता है. If it is a 20-mark question, get that? So if it is a 20-mark question, what are they going to do? They are going to ask you a big one and they will give you 3 to 4 pages for that. In those 3 to 4 pages, you will have all the time to elaborate on this. Is everyone okay? So vegetation क्या है? Vegetation का नाम ही megatherm होता है. Plants which survive in high temperature are megatherm, and then xerophytes, mesotherm, microtherm and hechistotherms. These are with the plants. ठीक है? तो 20 मार्कर में ऐसा लिखेंगे, और 10 मार्कर अगर आता है, 10 मार्कर में we will just go for the table and we'll keep it short. 20 मार्कर में please expand. Please expand. So ये तो हुआ कल का. Now you know the table also. A में चले. What is A? Now if you want, you can modify wherever we had written A. So this is what the books are saying. So people who are reading Seven Singh, you might have those things. So I'm going to talk about that. A, in tropical rainy climate, the temperature of the coldest month is above 18 degrees Celsius, which means that the temperature remains above 18 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Now, when we read this in the book or Seven Singh, we are kind of lost. Straight away make the table. Make the table here, ये है, winterless है. ठीक है? This climate is associated with tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest को क्या बोलते हैं? Megatherms बोलते हैं. This you have already written. Yes or no? A, first order FMWS, and second order, third order उसने कुछ किया ही नहीं. Is everyone okay? F means, F, what did I tell you? Rainfall full year. Rainfall full year. So mathematically, A is 18 degrees Celsius, above 18 degrees Celsius. Is it okay? Now, when I am into FMWS, what does it mean? First of all, F means full year, no dry season. No dry season, and every month has 6 centimeter of precipitation or more. So more than 6 centimeter. If you wish, you can write there, but again I am saying memorizing will be a challenge. So that's why I am saying F जहाँ पर लिखा है full year, F means full year. ठीक है? It can be said as no dry season. If you want, you can write down as 6 centimeter. Now we are in M. M means monsoon type. Monsoon type precipitation is the driest month may have less than 6 centimeter. In this, all months have 6 or more. Yes, but in this you can have in the driest month less than 6, but equal to or more than 10 minus r by 25. This is the formula to find out what is M. M is 10 minus r by 25. R is the annual precipitation in centimeters. R is the annual precipitation in centimeters. Do we get that? So 10 minus annual R. So say for example, everyone, I have a rainfall of how much? I have a rainfall of 125 centimeters. Everyone, please solve the numericals. 125 centimeter is my annual rainfall. ठीक है? And my driest month is less than 6. मान लो 5 centimeter है. Is everyone okay? Are we okay? Now, please tell me what will be the value of 10 minus r by 25. R is this. 10 minus r by 25 की वैल्यू क्या होगी? So there is a place whose annual rainfall is 125 centimeters. If I put it in this formula 10 minus r by 25, जल्दी से बताओ क्या वैल्यू होगी? 10 माइनस आर बाई 25, नहीं तो सीसैटी ले बीतेगा तुमको अगर ये नहीं निकाल पा रहे हो तो. सर 10 माइनस 125 बाई 25, तो 10 माइनस 5 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, परफेक्ट. 10 माइनस 125 by 25, 5 centimeter. What is this? Driest month precipitation. Okay. Now, does it come 5 centimeter? Does it come 5 centimeter? So this is already region A. What is this? This is region A. Temperature wise, always above 18. Now I wanted to see rain wise. So one is all the year the rain was more than 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter से है तो क्या हो गया आप? 6 centimeter से हो गए तो आप AF हो गए. But now your driest month is 5 centimeter. Your driest month is less than 6 centimeter ना, 5 centimeter. आपका calculation कितना आता है? 5 centimeter. Okay. So equal to or more than this thing. So your driest month precipitation is less than this thing. So this place, इसका driest month 5 centimeter होना चाहिए. And I actually check. This is mathematically. It should be. Mathematically, how much it should be? 5 centimeter. Mathematical is theoretical, no? I go and check. And I actually find it really in the real one. I found it 5 centimeter. So mathematically also 5 centimeter. Mathematically also 5 centimeter. And really also 5 centimeter. What will I call it? A to hai. What will be the code? Please read this. If the driest month precipitation is less than 6 but equal to or more than 10 minus r by 25. So is it equal to? Is it equal to or not? So what will I put it as? A के बाद क्या आएगा? F तो नहीं आएगा. F will not come. Why? Because all months are not above 6 centimeter. Quickly. Sir, it will be AM then. समझ में आ गया? AM किसे declare करेंगे? First, you will check the rainfall throughout the year. If there is no dry season, if every month 6 centimeter is there, perfect, very good, you put it as AF. But if you are getting something less than 6, oh, I need to check. So mathematically this region should have 5. I checked the driest one, that also came to be 5. So this is M. Is everyone okay? Now what will happen is, if it is coming 4 centimeter, if the real one is, driest month is 4 centimeter, then is it less than 10 minus r by 25 or not? Yes or no? उधर तो equal to or more than होना चाहिए था. Equal to and more than will make it M. But if I see my driest season is in the winter. First of all, I told you winter dry, and that winter dry season really I got 4 centimeter only. And mathematically, how much should it have been? 5 centimeter. So am I less than 10 minus r by 25? Did I receive less than 10 minus r by 25? Yes. So my code, will it be AM or will it change? It will change. It will become AW. Is everyone okay? कोडिंग समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? अच्छी बात क्या है? अच्छी बात ये है कि आपसे नहीं पूछेगा, सीधा ये वाला मारेंगे. बट माई जॉब, नो, आई एम अ टीचर, सो आई हैव टू explain all that to you. आई वॉन्ट टू गिव यू कॉन्फिडेंस कि अगर निकालना आता है तो आपको पता है ना हाउ टू फाइंड इट आउट. सो विल यू बी कॉन्फिडेंट इन द एग्जाम? सो हाउ इज ए सब डिवाइडेड? इज एवरी वन विद मी? सर वो फॉर्मूला कैसे है? अरे यही तो, इसके लिए 18 साल लगते हैं यार, 18 ईयर्स टू गेट टू दैट फॉर्मूला. 10 minus r by 25. Is everyone okay? Done? तो आपको ये याद रखना है, दिस इज वन थिंग. इफ एनीवन वांट्स टू नो कॉपन, सबसे पहले अपना टेबल याद कर लो, बाकी कोई टेंशन नहीं है. सर सविन सिंह ये कह रहा है, वो कह रहा है, कोई वो नहीं. सर ए एस के लिए नहीं बताया आपने, ए एस इज एन एक्सेप्शन. ए एस में वो नहीं. सी, फुल ईयर रेन, मैक्स रेन, इसको हम मैक्स रेन कहते हैं, इसको हम मिन रेन कहते हैं. एंड दिस इज इंटरमीडिएट. इंटरमीडिएट. सो इसके लिए फॉर्मूला क्या आ गया? 10 माइनस आर बाई 25. आर आप उसका एनुअल देख लो, उसका वैल्यू आ जाएगा. दैट इज मैथमेटिकल वैल्यू कंपेयर्ड विद द रियल वैल्यू. इफ द मैथमेटिकल वैल्यू एंड द रियल वैल्यू आर कंपेयर्ड, सो एम एंड डब्ल्यू विल हैव लेस देन 6 सेंटीमीटर. But if the real value is equal to or more than the mathematical value, then it is m. If it is less than the mathematical value, then it is w. अपने लिए क्या था? अपने लिए बहुत इजी काम मैंने आपसे कराया. m means monsoon type, w means winter dry, s means summer dry. मेरा काम है चीजें आसान करना, not to make it difficult for you, but that's okay. We also want to know a little more. Is everyone okay? सर अगर मुझे वो याद नहीं रहा, यू कैन स्किप दैट, बट वो 6 सेंटीमीटर वाला याद कर सकते? 6 सेंटीमीटर, यस, इन दैट, बिकॉज दिस इज द सीजनल वेरिएबिलिटी ऑफ रेनफॉल. सो इसलिए 6 सेंटीमीटर. दिस कैटेगरी, सेकेंड क्राइटेरिया इज अबाउट सीजनल रेनफॉल वेरिएबिलिटी. डू वी गेट दैट? सो ये, और इसमें क्या है? इसमें टेम्परेचर वेरिएशंस ड्यू टू मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स. कोई भी फैक्टर से हो सकता है, टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन हो सकता है. दैट इज व्हाई ही हैज डन दिस. इज एवरीवन ओके? और ये भी यू कैन सी प्रोग्रेसिवली एज एज पीपल आर क्वेश्चनिंग हिम. अच्छा आपने बी बना दिया, बी को कैसे बनाया? डब्ल्यू एंड एस. So he said, okay, this is my formula. So let's go to B. A done. Let's go to B. So first of all, B is, what is B? B is characterized by excess evaporation. So we said evaporation is much more than transpiration. No, precipitation. Precipitation. ठीक है? Precipitation से कहीं ज़्यादा. In these climates, precipitation is not sufficient to maintain permanent stable groundwater. What do I mean by this? Permanent stable groundwater. So everyone, when we go inside the earth or the surface, and if I am to talk about, say for example, groundwater, this is the surface of earth. This is the surface of earth, and inside there is water. We call this as phreatic water. Phreatic means groundwater. Okay. Now the level of this, so this is earth's surface. This is earth's surface. I am here and I have groundwater. How can I extract this groundwater? Quickly tell me. Sir, you will have to dig a well. Okay, I dig a well. I dig a well over here. इधर मैंने क्या किया? कुआं खोदा. खोद दे. Everyone. So the water will come. Water will come. Why? Because the well is dug to this depth. To this depth. Now this top layer of water is called water table. Water table is this level. Now tell me, if there is a lot of rainfall happening, and a lot of water is getting seeped in, what will happen to the water table? what will happen to the water table? A lot of rainfall, plenty rainfall, monsoon season. What will happen to the water table? So water table will rise. Will it rise or not? Water table will rise. So what will happen is lot of rain is happening, water table is rising, and suddenly that city floods or that area floods. And people are wondering, why is the water not seeping down? Do you understand why water is not seeping down? Because even in that through flow which is there in our soil, even that is saturated. So this is what happens in eastern India during monsoon. बिहार, वेस्ट बंगाल, वो जो फ्लड्स हैं वो जाती क्यों नहीं है कहीं पर? ट्रू, बिकॉज वो नीचे से वाटर टेबल भी है. So if you want to access water table in Bihar and West Bengal, you will have to dig a well, and very soon you will get to that. But imagine if instead of recharge of that, there's a lot of offtake of it, and there is drought, no rain happening. What will happen? The water table may fall down also. If the water table falls down, if the water table falls down, will the well go dry or not? Even if it rains for a short interval, that rain will not show on the surface. Will it seep inside and vanish or not? True or not? So I want more water in this area. What will I have to do? I will have to dig my well deeper or not? So this is the case of Punjab. Punjab, Haryana, what has happened? Their groundwater table has gone down. Do we understand groundwater table? Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay with groundwater table? This groundwater table or the level of groundwater keeps on changing depending upon how much of infiltration of water or percolation of water is happening and how much water is being lost, because when evaporation happens, the water from the soil also is pulled up through capillary action. So that water will also get evaporated. तो आपकी ज़मीन भी सूख जाएगी, उसके अंदर का मॉइस्चर भी निकलेगा. दैट मॉइस्चर विल ऑल्सो बी पुल्ड आउट. So this is what Koppen is calling as B type. In B type, what is happening? That there is precipitation is not sufficient to maintain stable groundwater table. So because precipitation is not happening, so what happens in these areas to groundwater table? Groundwater table is going down. Get that? So B is there. B is this. Okay. Now, everyone tell me one thing. Everyone tell me one thing. You've understood what is B. For me, B is very simple. You have to write precipitation is more than or less than evapotranspiration. Now, tell me one thing. I'm having a lot of water. We generally tend to have less water during winters. Yes or no? So I consciously make it a point that I sit with a bottle of water during my geography class and I finish it. But in summers, I don't have to remember it. Summers, we are thirsty. Speaking, I will get my water. So does it happen to you also? That water is sufficient or not sufficient will depend upon the climate. True. Water is sufficient or not will depend upon the climate. So people asked Koppen that Mr. Koppen, tell us one thing, that you are saying that evaporation is more than precipitation, but does it not change with the temperature? Yes. So when the temperature is low, even less precipitation is sufficient for the plants. He says yes. So he says this criteria you have made it on moisture. Category of B is moisture based. You said A, C, D and E are temperature based and B is moisture based. Remember that? So people question that how can you just keep it moisture based? Because you are talking about plants and plants will change. Plants, their demand will change with this. So please give us something more. So he gave us another formula, R less than T plus 28, R is less than 2T and R is less than 2T plus 14. अब इससे उसने S और W बना लिया. ठीक है. किधर गया? R is, इधर क्या फॉर्मूला है? R is less than 2t plus 14 या 28 करता हूँ. R is less than 2t, R is less than 2t plus 14. से फॉर्मूला कहाँ से लाता है पूछना मत भाई. फॉर्मूला चाचा लेकर आ गए हैं, कैसे लेकर आ गए ये नहीं पता. इधर क्या फॉर्मूला था? इधर फॉर्मूला है 10 माइनस आर बाई 25. इधर का ये फॉर्मूला, इधर का क्या है? r इज इक्वल टू 2t प्लस 28. ओके, सो एवरीवन व्हाट इज r? r इज द एनुअल रेनफॉल. r इज द एनुअल रेनफॉल. फिर एक न्यूमेरिकल देकर आई विल सॉल्व इट. r इज द एनुअल रेनफॉल एंड t इज द एवरेज टेम्परेचर. r is annual rainfall and t is average temperature. So there is this region where annual rainfall r is equal to, r जो है आपका annual rainfall वो कितना है? Say for example your annual rainfall is 25 centimeters. Get that? And your temperature, your average annual temperature is say for example 30 degrees. 30 degrees Celsius. So what is 2t? So 2t is 60. Yes. Plus 28 means 88. If you are less than 88 centimeter, if you are less than 88 centimeter, then you are on the driest side. Get that? Driest side. If you are less than just 2t, 2t means 60, then you are moderately dry, and this is how he has done that. So ये इसने क्या किया? Potential evapotranspiration exceeds precipitation. It is identified on the basis of annual rainfall. First is R less than 2t plus 28 when 70% or more of precipitation occurs in 6 warmer months. R is less than 2t if it is in 6 cooler months, and R is 2t plus 14, then neither half of that is 70% or more. Yes. Now the thing is हमें तो S और W करना है ना. What is S and what is W? R is more than half of the upper limit of B, and when R is less than half of upper limit of B. So what is the upper limit? Everyone, did we get 88? ये कैसे निकला? समर्स में, जहां पर समर होता है, समर में ये होता है. समर का क्राइटेरिया फॉर सीजनैलिटी, वी आर लुकिंग एट दिस सीजनैलिटी क्राइटेरिया. दिस इज द सीजनैलिटी क्राइटेरिया. ओके, सो आर लेस देन 2t प्लस 28. एक अलग शीट पे करके दिखाता हूं. बी की वैल्यू, बी वैल्यू ऑफ सीजनैलिटी. Okay, what is this? 2t plus 28. Can I say this is the upper limit? So what is the average temperature? So B is B. Now I have to decide whether it is S or whether it is W. Okay, so I have to see the value of seasonality of rain. What is this value? Your average temperature T is 30 degrees Celsius. What is this thing? What will this come to? 30 into 2 is 60 plus 28 means 88 is the upper limit of B. Everyone okay? 88. Now the rain that is happening, the rainfall that happened in your area, when we are talking about if it is say for example 40 centimeter, 50 centimeter, 60 centimeter, 30 centimeter. So 2t plus 28 gives us what? It gives us the maximum or upper limit of this. Is everyone okay? Now I have to classify it into W and S. So this area, there are stations A, B, C, D. A, B, C, and D. All these areas, precipitation is less than evapotranspiration. Is everyone okay? First understand the problem. There are 4 stations that gave me rainfall 30, 40, 50, 60. Do you get that? And their precipitation is less than evapotranspiration. Should I put them under B? Should I put them under B or not? So I put them under B. Now I have to subclassify them. W and S. How will I know W or S? That is the question. Do you understand first the problem? Do you understand the problem first? I have 4 stations. I have 4 stations in Rajasthan, or say for example Sahara Desert. Their rainfall is A, B, C, D, and they are B. They are in B type. How to make it W and S? That is the issue. So for that, we will find out the average temperature for these areas. We will find out the average temperature. Though it will change, I presume that it is 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius. Is everyone okay? Now, based on this average temperature, I will find out the value 2T plus 28. So, why not 26? Koppen ne kiya. 2T plus 28. So, 2T plus 28, if the average temperature is 30, does it come to 88? Yes or no? Is it 88? So 88 is the upper limit. Now let us do 88 by 2. 88 by 2 is equal to 44. Is everyone okay? So if the rainfall is more than 44 and if the rainfall is less than 44, will decide S and W. Yes. So the formula says when R is more than half of the upper limit, then you are S, means semi-arid, more rain happened. When R is less than half of the upper limit, then you are this thing. Is everyone okay? तो इसमें जल्दी से बताइए, which one is going to be W? 44 is the cutoff. Which one is W out of A, B, C, D? Out of A, B, C, D, which one is W? W means dry. Means it should be less than 44. So which one is W? Station A and B are W and station C and D are S. Is everyone okay? तो आपको ये फॉर्मूला दे दिया 2t plus 28. इससे अपर लिमिट डिटर्मिन करो. Please determine upper limit for this and then divide that by 2. Whatever value you get, please compare it with the rainfall of that region. If that is less than the upper limit, that is there. Now this formula 2t plus 28 is applicable when a region receives 70% or more rainfall in warm, means in summers. If the region is receiving rainfall in winters, because the demand of the water is not much, so he said that here I will keep only R is equal to R less than 2t. Here he did not make it 2t plus 28. Why? Because you know that in this already you are getting water in the summer regions. Summer regions में ज़्यादा demand होती है, so you will lose also water. So there he kept 2t plus 28. But if you are getting rain in the winter region, then he said I am removing that 28 extra. Then it is only 2t. Is everyone okay? Sir, ये समझ में नहीं आया. So if you are getting summer month rain. But if your station was winter month rain, is everyone okay? If your station was winter month rain, so you are B, but where do you get? You get your rain in the winter months. Then your B ka formula is 2T. Rainfall must be less than 2T. So 2T makes what? 2T, suppose all these stations T is 30, yes or no? So 2T makes it 60. So here the cutoff will be for W and S. W will be 60 by 2. W will be less than 60 by 2 and S would be more than 60 by 2. 30, 30. So if you are less than 30, then you are W, otherwise you are S. So now in this change scenario, which station will be W this time? Will still A and B be W? Will still A and B be W in the new scenario? If you are a station that receives most of your rainfall during winters, not summers, winter में आ रही है, तो आपका फॉर्मूला चेंज हो गया बी का. So now tell me which one is going to be W? Which one is going to be W? So W should be only A. Yes or no? Only A. And S station B, C and D. True or not? So in a way, by using this criteria, has Koppen looked at not only precipitation but its effectiveness. सिर्फ precipitation की बात नहीं किया है, precipitation effectiveness को भी incorporate कर लिया है. True or not? Rajdeep is saying none. Some of you are saying none. I am okay with none also. Because you are saying sir 30 से ऊपर तो होना चाहिए. So if you are saying this, you can say none also. Then A will come here. Is everyone okay? So can I say in summers, if it was rain in summers, then even 40 centimeter was considered desert. Because वो रेन पूरा मिल नहीं रहा है ना, रेन तो evaporate में लॉस हो जा रहा है. You are receiving rain, everyone. Just imagine you are receiving rain 30 and 40 centimeters, but that rain is coming in summers. In summers, as it is getting evaporated. So is the plant getting actually 30-40 centimeter? Suppose, listen to me once again. You are a plant, you are a xerophytic plant, and rain is going to come in summers, and you require 40 centimeter of rain. Get that? So it rained 40 centimeter. True? So you are happy. So he says you are not happy because that 40 centimeter came in summers. No, evaporation is also very high. So effectively, for the plant who wanted 40 centimeters, if the rain comes in summers, that fellow at B will feel thirsty. So he should go as arid. True? Now let us change the situation to winter. Now that plant is in winter and that place receives 40 centimeter of rainfall. The plant also wants 40 centimeter. Now in winter what happens? First of all, evaporation is come down. Second is the plant also is comfortable. The demand of the plant is also not exactly 40, वो थोड़ा कम ले लेगा. So can I say now the plant is little relaxed. So instead of arid, it will be called as semi-arid. Do we get that? So here the formula will change from RT 2T plus 28 to R is less than 2T. सो इन समर अपर लिमिट शुड बी हाई एज इट इज रिक्वायर्ड मोर प्रेसिपिटेशन। कृष्णा यादव अभी आपको सॉल्व करके बताया ना, अभी तो आपको सॉल्व करके बताया, तो वहां पर तो 44 कर दिया था हमने, उधर हमने क्या कर दिया था, उधर हमने उसको 44 कर दिया था, यहाँ तो 30 हो रहा है ना, यहाँ पे तो लिमिट ही 30 हो गया था, यहाँ पे कट ऑफ का लग गया था 44। समर में 44 सेंटीमीटर डाला था कि नहीं डाला था, 44 सेंटीमीटर के ऊपर है रेन, तब if you are less than that, if you are less than that, then you are W, and if you are more than 44 centimeter, if you are a winter rain, first of all, instead of 44 I have changed it to 30, I have already changed it to 30. So अब उसमें क्या है, द पर्सन हु वांटेड 44 अब विंटर में उसको मिल रहा है, तो वो तो अब बी इज फीलिंग हैप्पी, सो दिस टाइम बी ऑल्सो बिकेम एस। यस और नो? एंड एज आई सेड इफ इट इज लोअर देन 30 तो ए बी ऑलमोस्ट एस में आने को तैयार है। डू यू गेट दैट कृष्णा यादव? इफ यू आर डूइंग दिस मैथमेटिकली देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड, अदरवाइज तो चैलेंज तो है। एवरीवन क्लियर? आपकी किस्मत कैसे खुलेगी? आपकी किस्मत ऐसे खुलेगी कि आपको एग्जाम में ऐसा कुछ नहीं बताना है, आपको चिल करना है, आपको सिर्फ ये बताना है। ये तो मैं आपको क्यों एक्स्ट्रा करा रहा हूं, क्योंकि आप सुन रहे हो मुझे, यू आर पेशेंटली लिसनिंग टू मी, तुम दिमाग भी लगा रहे हो। ट्रू और नॉट? यू आर स्टिल एंथुजियास्टिक कि सचिन सर बता रहे, और मैं थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स भी जानता हूँ, मैथ्स मेरा अच्छा रहा है, सो मुझे सब समझ आ रहा है। सचिन सर मोक्ष इज ऑलमोस्ट देयर, अब तो मैं आईएएस बन गया। रिमेंबर, एग्जाम में नहीं पूछेगा, एग्जाम में ये टेबल काफी है, बट सीजनैलिटी का अगर पूछा तो 10 - r/25, और इसका क्या आ गया? ठीक है सर, लेकिन ये भी तो एच और के, हाँ एच और के भी था भाई, एच और के भी था। चाचा यहाँ थोड़ी रुके, इफ द एवरेज एनुअल टेम्परेचर इज 18 डिग्री सेल्सियस एंड अबव देन इट इज हॉट डेजर्ट, इफ इट इज एवरेज एनुअल टेम्परेचर इज लेस देन 18 डिग्री सेल्सियस देन इट इज अ कोल्ड डेजर्ट। ठीक है, तो यहीं पर हम क्या कर रहे, यहीं पर हमने क्या कहा, टेम्परेचर, एवरेज temperature is greater than 18 degree Celsius, average temperature is less than 18 degree Celsius, hot desert, cold desert। भाई हॉट डेजर्ट अबव 18 का मतलब क्या है, यू नो थ्रू आउट द ईयर इट इज गोइंग टू बी दैट, सो हॉट डेजर्ट एंड कोल्ड डेजर्ट। बट देयर आर स्टूडेंट्स हु स्टिल हैव फेथ इन मैथमेटिक्स। नहीं नहीं सर समझाओ सर, हमारा नेता कैसा हो जो सब समझाता हो। अभी तुम सब के होश उड़ाने के लिए मेरे पास सी भी है। So C is average temperature of the coldest month is less than 18 and above -3। ठीक है, हमने वहां पर 18 और 3 किया था। Average temperature of the warmest month is greater than 10 degrees Celsius. At least 10 times as much rain as the wettest month, as in the driest winter month. Precipitation in the driest summer month is less than 4 centimeter. अबे विंटर ड्राई मान लेना, क्या दिक्कत है? True or not? At least 10 times much rain in the wettest month than winter which is dry, and precipitation in the summer month is less than 4 centimeter। पिछले में क्या था, 6 centimeter, A was having 6 centimeter, इधर क्या कह रहा है, less than 4 centimeter, फिर S में क्या कह रहा है, less than 3 centimeter, फिर more than 3 centimeter। ये मैं सोच रहा हूं आपको छाप के दे दूंगा, एग्जाम जितना मर्जी देख लो, लास्ट 30 इयर्स के देख लो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं पूछ रहा है। बट फिर भी इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, सो मैंने मैथमेटिक्स ला के दिया है। आई टोल्ड यू येस्टरडे ऑल्सो, आई एम गिविंग यू द वन विच विल हेल्प अस इन द एग्जामिनेशन। हेयर द एवरेज टेम्परेचर ऑफ द कोल्डेस्ट मंथ इज अबव -3। तो जहां 0 था, डिड आई रेक्टिफाई इट टू -3? एज आई सेड लेटर ऑन, उसने कहा कि -3 इज इंपॉर्टेंट, सो -3 इज फॉर द प्लांट्स, 18 इज अ वैल्यू, 10 इज अ वैल्यू एंड -3 इज अ वैल्यू, सो दैट्स देयर। On the basis of seasonal distribution, he divided seasonal distribution of rainfall में F, W and S, summer dry and winter dry. Is everyone okay? Sir, एक A B C D भी था, रिमेंबर इन दिस। सर थर्ड ऑर्डर नहीं दिया आपने, वो है A B C D, वो मैंने काट दिया, A B C सॉरी। ABC मैंने काटा है. क्यों काटा है सर? मैंने फीस दिया है. हाँ, तुम्हारे लिए मैंने काफ़ी पीछे बकवास लगा के रखा है. ABC. हाँ जी. A की वैल्यू. A मीन्स what is A? If you want to write down A भी लिख सकते हो. Warm summer, average temperature of the warmest month is less than 22 degrees Celsius, at least 4 months above 10 degrees Celsius. B. Cool summer, average temperature of warmest month is less than 22, at least 4 months above 10. C. Cool short summer, average temperature of the warmest month is less than 22, at least one of the 3 months. इस बार 3 months हो गया, 4 की जगह 3 months above 10. X. रेनफॉल मैक्सिमम इन लेट स्प्रिंग. मैंने तो ABC ही कराया था, चचा ने X भी लिखा है, एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. रेनफॉल मैक्सिमम इन लेट स्प्रिंग और अर्ली समर, ड्रायर इन लेट समर. ING same as A and B. Everyone with me on this? ABCD लिखना है या चलेगा ऐसे ही? You want to write ABCD? वो मटेरियल में मैं दे दूंगा. लिखना है तो लिख लो, ऐसे ही चल जाएगा. Actually what happened was, कॉपन लोगों की सुन रहा था. ट्रू. जैसे क्लास में ना तुम लोग रैंडम कुछ भी पूछने लगते हो, जो मन में आता है पूछने लगते हो. यू कीप ऑन आस्किंग आस्किंग आस्किंग. सर मैथमेटिक्स समझाओ. डिड आई टेल यू द मैथमेटिक्स ऑफ ए? डिड आई टेल यू द मैथमेटिक्स ऑफ बी? आई शोड यू द मैथमेटिक्स ऑफ सी. मैं उसमें आज ज़्यादा जाना नहीं चाह रहा हूँ, ठीक है. बट कॉपन तो पहले ही दिन लोगों ने मजाक उड़ा दिया था कि सर आपने वहाँ से उठाया है. ना कॉपन इज अ लिटिल गिल्टी अबाउट थिंग्स. सो कॉपन फील्स अ लिटिल गिल्टी अबाउट थिंग्स. सो व्हाट डज कॉपन डू? कॉपन जो भी मिलता है उसको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करता है. Copen tries कि नहीं नहीं, this is very authentic. So people come and say no no, how is B arid and semi arid? Give us mathematics. बनता ही नहीं है वो फॉर्मूला. कैसे बनेगा मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, ऐसे ही मैं आप लोगों से पूछ रहा हूँ. So there is a question. Age of a man. अगर ये क्वेश्चन बन रहा है, एज ऑफ अ मैन, यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द एज ऑफ द मैन. इट इज ट्वाइस द एज ऑफ हिज सन. Okay, it is 6 years less than his brother, and it is 10 years more than his wife. ऐसा हमने न्यूमेरिकल किया कि नहीं मैथ्स में? फाइंड द एज ऑफ मैन, अज्यूम इट टू बी x. Assume it to be x. And then the relations are x is twice the age of son, it is 6 years less than the age of brother, 10 years more than wife, और फिर एक वो दे देंगे. ये सुनो, गीता सोनागरे. गीता, there is no telegram group बेटा, we have closed that group, you are only in the classes. किया कि नहीं किया? Everyone, have we all done that or not? इसमें बता देगा wife was born on this or something. They will give one hint and everyone's age can be found out or not. So everyone tell me, to solve this, to find out the value of x, I have to give you one thing. What would that one thing be? Any guesses? क्या एक चीज काम कर जाएगी? You have to find out the age of this man. And these are the three relations. Twice the age of his son, 6 years younger than his brother, and he's 10 years elder than his wife. क्या दे दूं कि आपको मैन की एज पता चल जाएगी? What should I give you? Anything that you want, I will give you on this. सर उनका सम ऑफ 3 अननोन रिलेटिव एज, सर एज ऑफ सन दे दीजिए। ओके, एज ऑफ सन दे दिया मैंने। एज ऑफ सन से पूरा सॉल्व हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा। इफ आई गिव यू द एज ऑफ ब्रदर, कैन यू सॉल्व इट देन ऑल्सो? So if you can give us the total of 3, okay, very good, sir. Give us the total of 3. Okay. Now you will have to tell me. I am going to give you a data. I'm going to give me a data. You can laugh on it or you can say thank you, sir. Either you say nonsense or you will say thank you, sir. The weight of wife is 58 kilogram. You have to solve the equation. I'm saying weight of the wife is 58 kilogram. Amazing, useful data or nonsense data? आरती बोले थैंक यू। आरती इससे कैसे सॉल्व करोगे? आरती थैंक यू भी बोल रही। सर ये तो आइंस्टाइन भी सॉल्व नहीं करेगा। व्हाई? आई हैव गिवन यू डेटा। सर एज का डेटा दोगे कि नहीं दोगे? दिस इज नॉनसेंस डेटा और नॉट? यस। नाउ यू टेल मी, ड्राइएस्ट मंथ रेन R is equal to 10 minus T by 25. अबे R in terms of T, rainfall in terms of temperature. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius. कैसे? मतलब आप सोच के देखो। यू वेरी हैप्पी सचिन सर, समझ में आ गया। हाउ विल वी डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन ए एम एंड ए डब्ल्यू एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स? एफ एम डब्ल्यू एस, सचिन सर मोक्ष मिल गया सर, 6 सेंटीमीटर एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स। मैं ऐसे पूछ रहा हूँ कौन सा इक्वेशन है ये कैसे बनता है, ये वाला इक्वेशन कहाँ से लाते हैं? R इज इक्वल टू 10 माइनस टी बाई 25। टी शुक्र है डिग्री सी में कह रहा था, अगर डिग्री एफ भी कह रहा होता तो भी क्या कर लेते आप? केल्विन में भी पूछ रहा होता तो क्या कर लेते? हाउ कैन रेनफॉल बी इक्वल टू टेम्परेचर? अगर देखा जाए, लेट्स सी द यूनिट्स ऑन आइदर साइड ऑफ द इक्वेशन। पीपल हु आर साइंस स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज सेंटीमीटर एंड दिस इज डिग्री सेल्सियस। आप सोच के देखो। Some of you may feel, no, Sachin sir, please explain all that thing, no, all that data and all those equations. मैं कह रहा हूँ भाई ये कैसे बनाते हैं, ये समझ में नहीं आया। R is equal to 10 minus T by 25. And imagine I was able to explain that to you. मैंने तो एक्सप्लेन भी कर दिया। देखो भाई 6 सेंटीमीटर आपका एक्चुअल है, 6 सेंटीमीटर से नीचे है तो 5 सेंटीमीटर इफ इट इज ऑल, एंड दीज आर डिफरेंट यूनिट्स। और जो है कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स इन पे पता नहीं क्या क्या जोड़ के सारे फॉर्मूला बच्चे को पढ़ा रहा है। बोला ये किसी को नहीं पता है, सिर्फ मुझे ही पता है, आज मैं तुमको पढ़ा दे रहा हूँ। पढ़ा दे यार, जो इससे तोड़ना फोड़ना निकालना हो निकाल लियो। आई वॉज जस्ट स्माइलिंग एट इट एंड आई जस्ट डिड दिस सो दैट माई स्टूडेंट्स डोंट फील कि सचिन सर को पता नहीं था। पता था इसलिए कह रहा हूं, छोड़ो, रहने दो, ठीक है। बट वी डू सी व्हेन ही पुट्स रेनफॉल इज इक्वल टू टेम्परेचर, मैथ्स तो गड़बड़ कर दिया उसने, मैथ्स तो उसने गड़बड़ कर दिया। यस, बट is he trying to connect rainfall and temperature? Is he trying to bring effectiveness or not? Is he trying to bring effectiveness or not? And again saying, please respect Koppen for the amazing work that he has done. ऐसे मत कह देना अरे ये फॉर्मूला भी गलत था वो भी था। इज्जत देनी चाहिए। दे दिया, ठीक है। अभिनव कह रहा है दूसरे पिच पे बॉल थी, एग्जैक्टली बॉल दूसरे पिच पे थी, तुम इधर मार के छक्का गिन रहे हो. सो दैट्स देयर वी आर लुकिंग एट. बट रिमेंबर, गिल्टी नो. सो पब्लिक आई उसके पास, कॉपन के पास, एंड दे सेड, सर, वन मोर थिंग, वी आर लुकिंग एट, वेयर आर यू, कॉपन के एफ तक ये ना. सो दे सेड कि सर वो तो ठीक है, आई हैव अ सिचुएशन, I have a situation, all this is okay. Thank you for us. Thank you for all this that you have done, 1, 2, 3, and this thing. Sir, I have a situation that I have annual temperature range is less than, annual temperature range is less than 5 degree. Annual temperature range is less than 5 degrees Celsius in my country. So he says, what do I do? सर अगर आप कुछ बता सकते हैं, if you can tell us, so what code will be there? I don't have a code for this. सर होना चाहिए ना सर, हर जगह थोड़ी होता है एनुअल टेम्परेचर रेंज इज वेरी लो इन माय एरिया. सो इसे अच्छा चलो तुम्हारे लिए फोर्थ है, फोर्थ लेवल, और इसका कोड है आई. आई इज फोर्थ लेवल. व्हाट इज दिस? So any exception, so now the fourth level is also going to come. Unique features, regional aspects. ठीक है. So I क्या है? I is the code for annual temperature range less than 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ठीक है. देन समझते सर मेरे यहाँ पे ना बहुत ज्यादा फॉग होती है. अरे यार फॉग क्या होगा? यार एक काम करता हूँ, ये जो है ना आपके लिए एक टर्म है मेरे पास. वेयर इज दिस? है अपने पास एन कहीं पर? हाँ. फॉर यू आई हैव अ न्यू टर्म, N for Nebel. Nebel means frequent fog. Get that? So ये लिख लेना यार तुम. N means Nebel. N is for frequent fog. So what is this? अभी तक तो you were looking at, you know, A, B, C, D subdivided. Now people are after his life. कि सर कुछ ऐसा बताइए, मेरे यहाँ ये है वो है, एंड ही इज अटेंडिंग टू देम ऑल्सो. एक ने कहा सर मेरे यहाँ फॉग है लेकिन रोज रोज नहीं आती, कभी कभी आती है. उसने कहा एन कैप, एन के ऊपर एक कैप लगा लियो, इनफ्रीक्वेंट फॉग. ठीक है. सो नाउ देयर इज दिस गाय स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम प्रयागराज, द कुंभ भूमि, एंड फुल ऑन यू नो लाइक बहुत बड़े ज्ञानपुर से आया वो. And he gets to meet Koppen. Get that? And he says, sir, which season is generally associated with rain? So Koppen said, summers and summer rain. So he says, sir, what is the code for that? So summer rain means winter dry. So the code is W. He says, sir, which season, you know, will have rain in winters then? So he says, winters means summers dry. There is AS. So he says, sir, but I am from Prayagraj, sir. So what about rain in summer as well as winter? So he says, that is full year. No, sir, not full year. I have dry months also. I have dry months also, less than 6 centimeter also. I don't fall in F category. I don't fall in W category. I don't fall in S category. So what should Koppen do? कॉपन बोले अबे तुमको मोक्ष मिलने वाला है, तुम गंगा स्नान करो, सीधा कुंभ का स्नान करके मोक्ष मिल जाएगा. बट कॉपन बेचारा टेंशन में. कॉपन सेड कि आई डोंट कंसिडर, मतलब ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. आइदर यू आर एफ एम डब्ल्यू एस, यू कैन नॉट बी बोथ. नो. सो इसे सर एक बार आपका भी कुंभ का स्नान हो जाएगा, कम टू इंडिया एंड चेक. ही केम टू नॉर्थ इंडियन प्लेन्स, मतलब ही लुक्ड एट द डेटा. North Indian plains is having summer rain, yes or no? Is it happening winter rain also? Not. अभी पिछले 2-3 दिन बारिश हुई है कि नहीं हुई है? ट्रू. एंड ज्यादा बारिश भी हो गई थी, 6 सेंटीमीटर क्रॉस कर गया वो. ट्रू. So rain is happening in summer also, rain is happening in winter also, but we are not F type also. What are we? तो परेशान हो गया. Then he said, अच्छा यार तुम आए हो, तुम्हारा G टाइप. सर G टाइप क्या होता है? G टाइप इज गंगा टाइप. कितना मैं नाम लेकर आऊंगा, गंगा टाइप ले ले. So what are these? These are exceptions. Perhaps they try to connect temperature, evaporation, then rainfall, but there are also maybe exception. Whatever I'm saying, fourth level is this. फोर्थ लेवल के बाद उसने कहा फ्री जो भी है, जो करना है कर लो, जो समझ में आया, अपने बॉयफ्रेंड का नाम, गर्लफ्रेंड का नाम उससे समझ लेना, एडिट. पीछे पड़ गया पब्लिक, ये क्या है वो क्या है. उसने कहा ये ले गंगा टाइप भी ले ले, जो चाहिए. सो अपने पास North Indian plain is this. So you will find when I teach you Indian geography. So this is our tropic of Cancer. Tropic. So North Indian plain का कोड क्या है? C. North Indian plain will be C. C में generally which season the rain happens? Because of monsoon happens? No. Because of monsoon during summer. Summers के बाद ही आता है CWG. This is the code of India. इंडिया का नॉर्थ इंडियन प्लेन का कॉपन कोड क्या है? CWG. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज जी? कुसुम कह रही जनरलाइज ही नहीं कर पा रहा है ये. कुसुम, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग ना, यू आर एबल टू जनरलाइज इन द ब्रॉडेस्ट ऑफ द कैटेगरीज. ही इज डन एट द फर्स्ट लेवल, इज डन एट द सेकेंड लेवल. थर्ड लेवल तो बेचारा मैथमेटिक्स तक करके चला गया, कुछ भी इक्वेशन सॉल्व कर दी. ट्रू और नॉट? और उसके बाद ये. So I was giving my IIT entrance. Get that? I was solving physics questions and I was able to solve all the physics questions. Get that? फिर the thought came to me, सुन बे, सॉल्व कर रहा है इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी कि सही है. यू आर तो मेकिंग ऑल द इक्वेशंस करेक्ट. मुझे तो सब सही लग रहा था. सो आई थिंक उसने जो अपना वो वाला काम किया, what he did, you know, the work that he did over there in the third level mathematical classification, वो कुछ भी फॉर्मूला बना के आंसर पहुंच रहा था. He was just going on there. बट इधर तो पब्लिक ने हद कर दी. पब्लिक वेंट ऑन टू आस्किंग ये भी बता दो, वो भी बता दो. He said यार ये ले कोड, that's it. So if somebody asks you the table, can you make a 5-tier table? 5 कोड, यहाँ पर फोर्थ लेवल भी डाल देना. तो जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में टेस्ट दिया था, at the start of the class today, is everyone okay with? एक और डाल देना इसमें. What will that be? Fourth level. And in fourth level, what will we write? We will not write anything. We will just put letters like I, और क्या था, N, N cap, G. ये कर दोगे? This whole table is what Koppen is for you. Do we get that? E, T, E, F वो हमने देख लिया था because of frozen and this thing. If you really are looking at sir E, T और E, F में क्या अंतर है, तो E, T और E, F तो very simple. If you are looking at T is average temperature, warmest month is 0 and 10, ET, and F is average temperature, warmest month is 0 और below. ये फर्क है. T और F में क्या फर्क है? T में जो है आपका टेम्परेचर जो है ना, वार्मेस्ट मंथ वो 0 के नीचे नहीं, 0 से 10 में रहेगा, बट ये 0 के ऊपर ही नहीं जाएगा. इवन द वार्मेस्ट मंथ इज फ्रोजन. सो वेयर वी हैड रिटन येस्टरडे, नो, ऐसा कुछ किया था वो हमने. हाँ जी, T और F में. सो T में क्या कहेंगे? You can add this where I made you write down 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. And frozen में even the warmest is less than 0 degree Celsius. Is this easy to remember or not? Can we do this? एरिड एंड सेमी एरिड का यहां पे फॉर्मूला क्या निकल रहा है? व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? यस, so this should be less than and this should be more than. More than, yes. What was this? क्या बनाया था इसका हमने? 2r plus 28, 2r minus 28. ठीक है, और इसको शायद 2 भी करना पड़ेगा ना, डिवाइडेड बाय 2 करना पड़ेगा. पीक वैल्यू का हाफ. एवरीवन क्लियर ऑन दिस? 2r, सॉरी 2t करना था, मैंने r कर दिया. Should be more than 2t plus 28 by 2 and 2t plus 28 by 2 से more or less. Everyone done with this? Winter dry, summer dry. F तो is 6 centimeters लिख लें. All months greater than 6 centimeters. All months greater than 6 centimeters. ठीक है, और इसमें क्या था? 10 प्लस r by 2. ये ड्राइस्ट मंथ का था ना? ड्राइस्ट मंथ ऐसे किया था. क्या फॉर्मूला लगाया था इसमें हमने? स्टार्टिंग में किया था ना, ऑल मंथ्स r by 25, सॉरी 10 माइनस r by 25 से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, कम होना चाहिए? ज़्यादा होगा तो फिर आप m हो जाओगे. ड्राइस्ट मंथ इज लेस देन 10 माइनस r by 25, और इसमें क्या था? मोर देन 10 माइनस r by 25. Is it okay? Was I able to place the mathematic values? Summer dry is an exception. इतना याद कर लेंगे बस. Everyone okay? So I have given full time to the classification. I have brought it through the books also. Some of you might be reading it from Savinder Singh and DS Lal and feel very bad about it कि यार इतना टेक्निकल है, सचिन सर ने तो सिर्फ उसका ओवरव्यू ही दिया है. आई हैव ब्रॉट द टेक्निकलिटीज ऑफ इट. I know the examination, I have seen the examination and the scope of writing in the examination. So that is why I brought to you the mathematics of it. इधर ही हम लिख देंगे all months above 6 centimeter. इसमें क्या है? Less than driest month is less than 6 centimeter. So it is not F, but driest month is more than 10 minus r by 25. In this, what is there? So driest month is, again, driest month is less than 6 centimeter and it is less than 10 minus r by 25. ठीक है, और W में, W is arid. हाँ, इसमें मैंने शायद एक सिंबल, किसी ने कहा कि सर यहाँ आपने दोनों में सेम सिंबल लगा दिया. सो द सिंबल वुड बी दिस. ठीक है, दैट्स ऑल्सो देयर. हाँ, राजदीप हैज ऑल्सो पॉइंटेड इट आउट, सो आई हैव करेक्टेड इट. इज एवरीवन ओके? ये आपका ये वाला जो लेवल है, the table for second level, and this will make your life much easier. This will give you all the formulas and the equipments that are needed to justify your subdivision. ABCD के subdivision में जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, you can keep it that ways, but उसमें values हैं, just to show you the values, it will be about how cool it is. Everyone with me on this? Done? So ये आपका कॉपन हो गया. Let's evaluate कॉपन. Coppens evaluation. Evaluation of Coppens climatic classification. Evaluation means we'll have to see or say whether it is good or not so good. That's what we are talking about. Okay. So, I have an interesting thing to evaluate. Evaluate कैसे करेंगे? Yes. So, UPSC mains is being checked by an evaluator. So, now how will he or she, the evaluator, will give marks? That's the question. Evaluation means you evaluate the value of the answer. So UPSC teacher is there and teacher is given to evaluate the copy of GS paper, उसको evaluate करना है. The problem is the teacher aware of all the GS subjects? ऐसे कितने टीचर होंगे जो GS के सारे एक्सपर्ट्स हैं? यूनिवर्सिटी से प्रोफेसर को लिया है, वो कितना ही कर लेगा बताओ? वो सब सब्जेक्ट्स का एक्सपर्ट हो सकता है? Can he be the expert of all the subjects? If he's not an expert of all the subject, how will he give you marks? So UPSC says this is a problem. UPSC उनको क्या दे देता है? एक मॉडल फॉर्मेट दे देता है. Model format that this many dimensions should be there. Now you are a teacher, you are smart. See, apart from these dimensions, how the student has organized his or her idea. Is the answer written powerfully or not? Content wise आप यहाँ से ले सकते हो. Student may give these dimensions, may exceed these dimensions also. Because it's a subjective answer, no? But इतना तो होना चाहिए. Does it make sense? So can I say for evaluating something, there should be a yardstick against which you evaluate. True. अब उस student ने dimensions भी लिखे हैं, very powerfully written. He was able to connect it very innovatively through an introduction also, and he was sticking to what was the demand of the question. Amazing, he'll get good marks. True or not? वो student को मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे. But the teacher should know ना the core of it, some body part points उसके पास होने चाहिए. So वो है. So अब आपको evaluate करना है कॉपन को. You people have known कॉपन only in last 2 days. मतलब थोड़ी लेवल भी तो होना चाहिए ना कॉपन को evaluate करने का. हम लोगों की कोई मतलब I think उसने पूरी जिंदगी दी है उधर. True. He gave nearly 40-45 years to his classification work. You and I talking about 45 minutes on Koppen and we are like champions and you know we will be evaluating. गड़बड़ हो जाएगा कि नहीं? True. So how do we evaluate him? So we are nobody to evaluate him first. He was doing something. He was classifying the world's climate. True. He had a task at hand. And climatic classification has a lot of purposes, remember? I talked about that. So if I get to know what are the qualities of an ideal climatic classification, ठीक है? If If Koppen is able to come close to it, wow, great. And if he has missed it, then we will question it. Yeah? So let's look at qualities of an ideal classification. What are those qualities? Number one is you are out there to make reasons, no? You are out there to make regions. Yes? So differentiation. Differentiation means clearly identifiable regions. Distinct, clearly identifiable regions होने चाहिए. Then only your classification is very good. Perfect. What is the second one? Second one is it should apply. Apply where? In India or in the world? Everywhere. Universal application across the world. I should see its application. Third one is suppose some new development happens, some new phenomena is happening, climate change is happening, a climate classification has been made, and I want to change some criteria on that or some limits on that. Ki up to 18 degrees Celsius, I said plants require, megatherms require 18 degrees Celsius, so I put 18 degrees. Tomorrow, there is a genetic change in the megatherms, and megatherms instead of 18 require 20. So the classification will be wrong or not? But can I change one or two variables in the classification and the scheme still remains good? So that is called flexibility. It should be flexible for incorporating any change. Yes. And fourth is it should be scientific. It should be able to establish the cause and effect of the region. Able to establish the cause and effect relation in classes. Those categories. Why is this category this and that? That should be there. And the last one is that there should be, it is there, it is not just theoretical, it is actually applicable in the world. So real world correspondence. I should be able to show it on a world map. Show or depict the classification scheme on a world map. So you are the boss now, everyone. Now you are the evaluator. I am making you the evaluator of Koppen. So you don't have your subjective biases in that. You have to decide, quickly tell me, Koppen kitne number kamaega? On which criteria Koppen is going good? On which criteria Koppen is not going good? I hope you also understand what is evaluation. This is how things are evaluated. Quickly, everyone. Koppen ka evaluation. Now you and I can do that. So 3 out of 5. Okay. So 1 is okay. He's able to give us very well defined regions. Okay. 2 is universal application. Some people are saying it does not apply universally. Tell me one thing, if he's able to show us a world map and he's able to divide the world into regions, he's giving you level 4 also to incorporate all those uniquenesses. Why won't you give the second one? Yes or no? Flexibility, instead of 18, make it 20. It is applicable. Nowadays, what is happening, everyone? Climate change is happening, so rainfall is not happening that much or something. If it is excess rainfall happening, instead of at least 6 centimeter every month, can I make it 5 centimeter or 7 centimeter? He gives us a lot of flexibility. है flexibility आपके पास. See, putting classes does not mean you're not flexible. Your classes are defined on certain criteria. No, you change the criteria. You change the criteria. True or not? So your bank, your father has put money in fixed deposit and the bank is giving you 8% return. 8% interest on that fixed deposit for your future. Your father has deposited it. Now what happens is that RBI brings down the benchmark rate, and your fixed deposit which was at 8, the bank says instead of 8% I'm going to give you 7.75%. Is your fixed deposit invalid? No, it is valid. Only thing is that percentage has changed. तो क्या है? तो flexible है. It will change. This is dynamic. So all you need to do is change that formula के value change करो, काम बन जाएगा. Scientific होना चाहिए. Every region, why it is there, cause and effect. ना. This is an empirical, simple temperature precipitation based. आपको तो मैंने बताया. Do you think anywhere Koppen is talking about the impact of air masses? Praveen is saying 5 out of 5. Beta, kahan se? What scientific is he talking about? Is he talking about the impact of insolation? Is he talking about the impact of GC Leong? Oh, GC Leong कह रहा हूँ, क्या कहते हैं उसको? जेट स्ट्रीम्स. बताओ. कुछ लोग इतने दीवाने हो जाते हैं कि वो उनको ऑल 5 on 5 दे रहे हैं, कुछ लोग उनको 1 on 5 दे रहे हैं. यस. रियल वर्ल्ड करस्पॉन्डेंस डज इट हैव? सर, रियल वर्ल्ड करस्पॉन्डेंस तो वाज हिज स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. वो तो पहले ही मैप उसके पास था सर. उसके बाद तो उसने वो तो रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग किया है. ट्रू और नॉट? सो आई डू फील देयर इज good success in differentiation. There is good success in universal applicability. Yes, a broadest category. At a macro level, it is applicable. बनाए ABCD है. Yes or no? Flexibility, yes, because it is a quantitative criteria. You can always change that criteria. That's there. Not very scientific, so scientists will not use it. Real world correspondence is very much there. True. Is everyone okay? ये है, ऐसे काम किया जाता है. तो सर्टेन बेसिस पे जनरलाइज कर सकते हैं. छवि राज, मैं आंसर दे चुका हूँ. ज्ञान मत बताओ. अभी तुम कोई किताब पढ़ते नहीं. यू डोंट रीड मच. रिमेंबर, दिस इज वॉफलिंग एवरीवन. द सेंटेंस विच इज रिटन, सर्टेन बेस पे जनरलाइज कर सकते हैं. क्या मतलब है इसका? कुछ मतलब नहीं है. देयर इज नथिंग इन दिस. So Chaviraj, I am training you to be specific. Everyone, did I give you a very specific evaluation of Koppen? Did I talk here and there? कुछ कर सकते हैं, कुछ करने की ज़रूरत है, थोड़ा है, थोड़े की ज़रूरत है. Have I written very specific things in front of you or not? मार्क्स चाहिए, मार्क्स इस पे मिलेगा यार. बाकी मैंने कहा ना, कुछ लोग राजा मटेरियल होते हैं. सर्टन बेस पे जनरलाइज कर देंगे, सर्टन ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे. आई गिव ए वेरी क्लियर थिंग ऑन दिस. But yes, we would be acknowledging that he has a pioneering work. When we are into evaluation, we will say that yes, he was initially inspired by, like interdisciplinary inputs, like he borrowed from the works of De Candolle. Yes, we will also say that he was innovative in the use of letter symbols. Yes, A, B, C, ये जो letter symbols हैं, does it make our life easy or not? हर जगह पे अगर लिखना पड़ जाता mesotherm and all those things, so it would have been a challenge or not? So these are like shortcuts. So इसके तो marks मिलने चाहिए कि नहीं मिलने चाहिए? So he used those things. He was able to not only classify, he was able to sub-classify also. He's done a lot of work. And as regards this, so we can very well see that on the parameters of an ideal climatic classification, he scores fairly well, except for the part of the scientific aspect. True. So please write down, everyone. Koppen, Koppen's climatic classification made a significant Koppen's climatic classification made a significant advance in the effort of made a significant advance in the effort of classifying global climates in the effort of classifying global climates, क्योंकि उससे पहले भी हो रहा था. Yes, the act of classification, the act of classification is as old as the act of climatic classification is as old as the Greek ancient Greek attempts ancient Greek attempts to divide world into to divide the world into to divide the world into thermal latitudinal belts. But, next sentence, but Koppen must be credited. Koppen must be credited must be credited as a pioneer in comprehensively structuring, comma, classifying and subclassifying world's climate in a simple descriptive manner. In a simple descriptive manner. You would see I have not used anywhere scientific. I am saying he's comprehensive, he's classified, he's subclassified in a simple and a descriptive manner. Here's this described the categories. Yes. This classification stands out. This classification stands out as an empirical empirical EMPERICAL as an empirical temperature and precipitation data based categorization of world's climate. Next paragraph. If one evaluates Koppen's climatic classification against the yardstick of Koppin's climatic classification against the yardstick of an ideal climatic classification. Then one can clearly see that this classification successfully differentiates the world into clearly demarcated climatic regions. So वर्ल्ड को इसने क्या किया है? If this is world, it has been able to, what is this called as? Get that? Clearly demarcated climatic regions. ये उन्होंने कर दिया. In bracket, which the critics oppose on grounds that climatic regions do not have or climatic regions lack. Oppose on grounds that climatic regions lack. They lack climatic regions lack linear boundaries. Bracket close. So did you understand this point? So पहले उन्होंने क्या किया? He is able to show us those regions. That's one. But now the critics are saying that climatic regions cannot be demarcated by boundaries. You tell me, is it really possible that warm ends and cold begins at a point? Is it possible? एयर मासेस में भी हमने पढ़ा पॉसिबल ही नहीं, एक पॉइंट हो ही नहीं सकता. That up to this point it is warm and after this cold begins. Will always there be a zone of transition like front? Yes or no? So how can this man give us a boundary? Look at the funny part of it. The quality of an ideal classification is it should create boundaries. First you want boundaries, and when the boundaries are given, you are criticizing that person that how is boundary possible, you are a fool. There has to be a transition zone. True or not? बोलो भाई कुछ तो रखो, मतलब इतना तो समझ रखना पड़ेगा कि नहीं रखना पड़ेगा. But then that's a criticism which I wanted to share with you, that this man has successfully been able to differentiate the world into climatic regions. Clearly demarcated boundaries are there, but these people now, after getting what they want, they're saying, oh, such a fool, how can there be a linear boundary, उधर तो region होना चाहिए. अबे कोई खुश नहीं होने वाला है, इसलिए जो है सब चंगा सी. Let's do that. Get that? Please add on further. Bracket close. What uniquely stands out, but there is nothing like ideal exactly. Okay Pooja, very good. आगे लिखेंगे. What uniquely stands out in Koppin's classification is its real world correspondence. What uniquely stands out is its real world correspondence. The boundaries of the climatic regions, the boundaries of the climatic regions show a strong, the boundaries of the climatic regions show a strong concurrence with, remember concurrent lines, ज्योमेट्री में पढ़ते थे, concurrence with the vegetational boundaries. So जो उनके climatic boundaries हैं show a great concurrence with the vegetational boundaries. Yes, in bracket you can write down, in bracket you can write down his belief that vegetation is the best representation, his belief that vegetation is the best representation of climate shows in his regionalization. Full stop, bracket close. Full stop, bracket close. Koppen is also credited with, same paragraph we are talking about that, Koppen is also credited with the innovative use of alphabetical symbols or codes, alphabetic codes, innovative use of alphabetic codes as symbols of climatic categories, making the classification simple, and manageable. Okay, descriptive classifications can tend to write a lot, but he's made his classification simple and manageable. Yes, full stop. Every code is given, well defined quantitative criteria which may be altered if the need arises. So quantitative criteria दिया है which may be altered if the need arises. If the need arises, thereby lending the much needed flexibility, thereby lending the much needed flexibility, thereby lending the much needed flexibility to this classification. The classification, next sentence, the classification with its world map, with its world map, with its world map, enjoys a near universal applicability, enjoys a near universal applicability at the macro level of classification, at the macro level of classification. Yes. तो ये तो हमने काफ़ी तारीफ कर दी अंकल की, मतलब सब चंगासी कर दिया. But if they ask us critical analysis and all that, so we need to bring out that also. Yes. So next paragraph. Next paragraph. However, the critics of this classification, the critics of this classification do not treat this classification do not treat this classification any more than a simple any more than a simple comma generic. Remember we talked about generic also. A simple generic comma descriptive, a simple generic descriptive, तीन हो गया. Simple generic descriptive temperature precipitation based classification, temperature precipitation based classification. They feel that a good climatic classification must incorporate more elements of climate than just temperature and precipitation. Than just temperature and precipitation. Full stop. Above all, this classification fails to meet the yardsticks of a scientific genetic classification, scientific genetic classification. Scientific genetic classification. It does not attempt to establish it does not attempt to establish the cause and effect relationship, or don't write it cause and effect relationship, write causal linkages. It does not establish the causal linkages, does not establish the causal linkages that go in creating the climate categories. Causal linkages that go in creating the climate categories, creating the climate categories. Moreover, the modern atmospheric phenomena, the modern atmospheric phenomena like air mass, air mass dynamism, air mass dynamism, comma, air mass dynamism, comma, frontal impacts, air mass dynamism, comma, frontal impacts, comma, upper atmospheric jet streams, upper atmospheric jet streams, and atmospheric hydrospheric interactions, and atmospheric hydrospheric interactions are neglected, are neglected in forwarding, in forwarding Koppin's scheme of regionalization, in forwarding Koppin's scheme of climatic regionalization, in forwarding Koppin's scheme of climatic regionalization. ठीक है, कॉपन को बहुत बुरा भी कह दिया हमने, ये नहीं है वो नहीं है. But I really feel, you know, like it is like unfair to talk about Koppen not including jet streams. मतलब 2025 अभी तक तो we are not very clear, you know, what is the impact of jet streams, air masses. अभी तक we are not fully aware of that. Poor man, he writes in 1900 and we are, you know, like पकड़ के जो है उसको बोल रहे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस नहीं लगाया आपने. मतलब but that's there on hindsight when we look back कि भाई साहब जेनेटिक नहीं है and all those things. So last line थोड़ी इज्जत वापस देते. Last line in the next paragraph. However, despite all the above criticism, despite all the above criticism, Koppin's contributions cannot be undermined. Cannot be undermined. MINED. Cannot be undermined. Subsequent scholars used his work as the basis. Used his work as the basis to their methodology, and classification, as the basis to their methodology and classification, which they subsequently improved upon, which they subsequently improved upon. above all, owing to its simplicity, above all, comma, owing to its simplicity, this continues to, owing to its simplicity, this classification continues to be of great value, continues to be of great value to initiate beginners at an academic level, to initiate beginners at an academic level. So beginners like you people, school and college people, beginners at an academic level, to understand the purpose, utility and act, to understand the purpose, utility and act of climatic classification. Act of climatic classification. Get that? How many words would have gone in this? What I have just now dictated? Approximately 2 pages? Yes or no? Approximately 2 pages? Approximately 2 pages have gone into that? Yes or no? More than 500 words? 2 pages, 2.5 pages, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं लगा होगा इसमें. Yes? 2 pages, that's what has gone into it. So now what I'm saying is, the examiner will get some yardstick like this. वो बोलेगा कि यार ये लिखे होने चाहिए. And student will write in his own words. Did I write in my own words? If you ask me to repeat anything, I cannot repeat. I was speaking whatever was coming in my mind. I had this framework. जो भी मुझे याद आ रहा था, कुछ और critics हैं, ये वो मैंने सब लिखा. True. Now this is what is the requirement of this examination. What I have here is my left brain. What I spoke out was my right brain. We are whole and complete. Now there are teachers who are saying ये रट के चले जाओ. First of all, everybody has a capacity to mug up. There are 8 subjects. GS कितना याद कर लोगे यार? And if you are sensible, you know this. You can create your sentences, yes or no? But for that, do you see that the language has to be the vehicle of transferring your ideas? So when I teach my students, be it drawing diagrams, be it through some dictations, be it through some flow charts, be it through some box items, my intention is also demonstrative. That this is where you need to be. Some of you are very close to where I am. That's very, very amazing. Some of you are already there. So all you need to do is clear your prelims and get to mains and get amazing things. True or not? And some of you are very low on that. Say for example, this person Ankit is lot into this. I am weak in memorization. Ankit, if I ask you to write also na creative writing, आप उसमें भी weak हैं. Yes or no? Everyone. And did I not tell you that all the people who are memorizing those articles, they are really getting the essence of polity. अगर आपको ये 5 मेमोराइज नहीं है कि 5 क्राइटेरिया है तो आप आंसर दे सकते हो. सो अंकित के क्वेश्चंस देख के मुझे पता है कि अंकित एक बहुत ही एलिमेंट्री लेवल पे अभी इन्होंने बहुत सीरियसली पढ़ाई शुरू भी नहीं की. सो अंकित आई एम नॉट एनीवेयर अलार्म्ड बाय दैट, बट आई एम इनवाइटिंग यू टू रेज दैट थिंग. ये रोना रोना बंद करेंगे कि साहब मेरी तो मेमोराइजेशन ही नहीं होती है. सो आई एम सेइंग विराट कोहली भी मेमोराइज करता है अपना शॉट, करता है कि नहीं करता है, और क्योंकि उसका मेमोराइजेशन अच्छा नहीं था तो इस बार बैट पे आ नहीं रही थी. ट्रू. द बॉलर ऑल्सो चेंजेस इट इन अ न्यू वे. सो ये वाला अंकित इस पे नोबेल प्राइज नहीं, मेरी क्लास में अगर लिखोगे आई एम वीक एट मेमोराइजेशन, 4 लोग हंसेंगे भी, अबे ये 4 चीज़ तो वैसे ही दिखता है. यस और नो? नाउ एवरीवन टेल मी, I made you memorize those categories A, B, C, D, E, F. या क्या ABCDE and 5 of them एक ही बार करा दिया कि नहीं करा दिया? Remember we also did geological time scale. We also did tables in childhood. Is anyone regretting that you memorize some tables? जहाँ तक कर पाए उतना फायदा ही है. अगर आप 13 के बाद रुक गए थे तो 13 तक तो कंफर्ट है. ट्रू और नॉट? पीपल हु हैड मेमोराइज टिल 20 कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ. सो लिखते तो हो चैट पे कि साहब मुझे नहीं आता. अब बच्चे उससे आगे निकल चुके हैं और मुस्कुरा रहे होंगे एंड दे विल नॉट इवन काउंट यू एज सीरियस. आई एम अगेन इनवाइटिंग यू, टेस्ट दैट थिंग. मंडे तक अपना पॉलिटी वाला खत्म कर लो वो और कॉपिन को क्लोज कर दो. I just showed you why people tell me that, sir, I have read, I have attended your classes, I have understood it also. I'm not able to write answers. I hope you just saw me creating an answer in front of you. ये चीज़ आपके पास आनी चाहिए. So पहला आपके पास you should have the content, broad contours of the content, classify them into 4-5 major dimensions, and then write in your words whereby you can value add to it. Say, for example, pioneering work. Say, for example, innovative use of letter symbols. Say, for example, did not include the modern dynamism in that. वो तो यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा था ना मैंने. True or not? Did I write that or not? Ocean hydrosphere interaction. Oh, that's a phrase which I use. When I read my books, I borrow those phrases also. I'm saying this is the power which a student who wants to clear UPSC must have. Be it, whichever subject. अब उसमें I would be wrong अगर मैं कह रहा हूँ ये बॉक्स याद कर लेना. That's there. Everyone comfortable with that? So we know about jet stream during World War II. Koppen's work was 1900 to 36. वो सब कह दिया ना, वो तो हमने छोड़ दिया. हम कह रहे हैं एक तरफ आप कह रहे हो we want boundaries. Next you said boundaries are not possible. So all those things are there. I'm not doubting that. I have to given my end of the story. Was my evaluation fair to this person? Wherever he deserved credit, I gave. Wherever there was a question mark, I did raise a question mark. In the end, I really felt that he is worth saluting. So I said yes at an elementary beginner level. It is a good initiation way. That's what I'm saying. Just like we praise NCRT. Yeah, like elementary level पे if somebody is studying a subject, अच्छा book है वो. That's what I would say. This is Koppen's classification is like the NCRT of climatic classifications. Will not write that in so many words, but that's my intention, and that's how you will find in your geography optional. There'll be many places you'll be asked to critically evaluate or analyze the works of various scholars. This is one of them, and I've shown you with all diligence, all respect also, and लॉजिकल क्रिटिसिज्म ऑल्सो आई कैन प्रेजेंट दैट थिंग. आई डोंट हैव टू शाउट. जो आप न्यूज़ चैनल में देखते हो अपनी बात के लिए चिल्लाना नहीं पड़ेगा. माई आर्ग्यूमेंट्स विल शाउट एंड टेल द एग्जामिनर दैट दिस इज वेयर द लैक इज. इफ वी आर एबल टू डू दैट, अमेजिंग. ठीक है. सो आई एंड द क्लास हियर बिकॉज थॉर्न वाइट इज अ बिग थॉर्न. वो अगर बीच में अभी आज चुभाया आपको तो वो लूज हो जाएगा. सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू. वी कैन नॉट ब्रेक इन थॉर्न वाइट. So we'll take Thorn White from Monday onwards. Coppin को please complete कर लीजिए. And if you're reading Savin Singh and all that, I hope I've calmed your nerves कि वो फालतू वाला मैथमेटिक्स उसको छोड़ सकते हैं. A और B का मैथमेटिक्स मैंने आपको एज अ सैम्पल दिखा दिया. You can use that mathematics to show the examiner that I know it, but I need not work more on that. बाकी जो लिखना था वो मैंने आपको सबका मैथमेटिकल लिख के भी दिया so that you can use it in your tables. Get that? Make sure you complete this and be over it. जो भी है अभी टाइम नहीं है for people to just complete the classes. Whatever classes you're doing, in the time you get, master it. उसको वहीं revise कर लो. I make sure that I do all my lectures comprehensively. All aspects of it will be covered. But me covering makes me smarter, makes me sharper. I want you to be sharp. So इसको ख़त्म करेंगे, अपने पॉलिटी का काम जारी रखें. And if that is done, we'll look at more things in the coming week. Thanks a lot. Have a great day and have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.